Hunter and Jett are, they're on another level right now.
They're on another level. They're firing, and the thing is like, listening throughout the week, and there's so much speculation, a lot of people wondering like what's going on. And honestly, I was having this conversation with someone yesterday. I really truly believe, RV, someone like myself or you and others that have been fortunate as you and I, and I'm thinking of what Jett might be, what's going through his head or what's not going through his head. I truly think like a guy like him and Hayden, dude, they're not thinking as much as what everyone else might be thinking. Like I feel like they're confident enough that they know they're going to win the championship, but they know there's going to be challengers each and every week. So they just kind of adapt to that. There's really not a lot of thinking going on. I don't think there's any worrying going on either. And so like, that's why it sounds kind of boring, but I feel like sometimes all these people are trying to build these narratives, and like if someone's able to hold, like keep up with them for a couple laps, they automatically think, oh my gosh, this guy's going to beat him. But I don't think that those guys fret over a challenge. I just think like, okay, well, this guy's going to hang with me for, this moto or this weekend, and they adapt. That's what I truly believe. I was kind of similar. I think you were similar. You just kind of, base your race plan and your battle to who you're racing against. Their strong suits, what they do wrong at the same time. And I think that's what guys like Hayden and Jett are doing right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with you from what I can, from the bits and pieces that I'm getting RC. But I think the number one thing too is like, look at the starts both Hondas, both Hunter and Jett are getting. They are up front every time. Those bikes get off the line. If it's a mapping thing, if it's how good those two are, that's where a big Chase, Eli, that's what they need to fix. That number one. It's one thing to run with them out on the track, but you can't put yourself in a position to be able to start with them. That's a huge problem right out of the gate, as we see. Jett has not fumbled the ball, if any, this out Pro Motocross season so far off the line. Like, he's had great starts pretty much every time, and that's where I think, Chase, Eli, they got to improve there. They got to start with him.
Yeah, 100%. You're exactly. They have to start, and you can't spot that track position like what you're saying, dude. You get a guy like Jett and Hunter, they're running up front all the time. So if you're running the same lap times and then you get a 5th place start, let's just say Eli or Chase or whoever, or even RJ for that matter, we're going to talk about him in a second. Like, those guys, you'll never, it's so hard to catch those guys because you lose, let's say 3 to 5 seconds right on the first lap. So now you're 5 seconds back, after you cross the line. On that first lap, it's so hard. So I agree with you. The starts, the Hondas, I think they got something going on that's working really well, like you said, mapping or something, because this isn't just by happenstance.
Yep, or they're just that good, or they have their starts dialed in, and that very well could be it too.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.